Hello and welcome to STEAMFEST. My name is Elizabeth Malone. I'm an arts specialist with the Arts and Cultural Heritage Division, and I'm here to share with you a video from our virtual stage. This on-demand video performing arts intensive is the perfect way to practice rigorous dance, theater, music, and technical design technique at home. Designed to be a learn-at-your-own-pace program, students ages 8 to 16 from beginners to intermediate level can hone their performance and design skills to prepare for their time in the spotlight. The class we'll be sharing is our first class in our improvisational theater series. Check out all of the virtual stage videos at arts.pgparks.com. Curtains up on the virtual stage.
Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Malone. I'm an art specialist with the Department of Parks and Recreation, Prince George's County. I'm also a youth theater director, theater arts educator, and improv performer. I'm here with Arts on a Roll. Arts on a Roll is a mobile, on-demand art service that brings fun and engaging visual and performing arts workshops throughout the greater Washington, D.C. area. But since we can't drive to you, our team's decided to put together a series of fun, engaging video workshops that you can try right at your own home. So today we're going to start by learning a lesson from our popular Introduction to Improv class. So let's get ready to take the stage and improvise. You might be wondering, what exactly is improvisational theater? Well, improvisational theater, or improv for short, is acting in the moment. So actors don't have any prepared dialogue, scripts, monologues, or scenes like you might find if you were doing a traditional play or musical. Instead, everything that you see on stage is being made up on the spot. No prepared scripts, no playwrights with dialogue, songs, or anything else that's part of making theater. It is really a type of theater that is all about being spontaneous, about working in that moment, about finding those impulses, accepting them, and just taking risks. But before you can really start to explore improv, you really need to learn some of the most important rules of what you can do to be a better improviser when you're on the stage. So today we're going to start by learning the first rule of improv. So our first exercise to explore this idea of always saying yes is actually going to be an exercise to look at how not to do it. So this is called a no scene. But to do this, I'm going to need some help. So let's go over and meet Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So everyone, this is Andrew. He is one of our Arts on a Roll teaching artists, and he is here to help us explore this world of improv and the rule yes and. Great. So let's get started. I need your help making some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch tomorrow.
No, I don't want to help.
Okay, but can you go get the bread out of the fridge at least?
No.
All right, well, if I'm making the sandwiches, then I need you to go out to the garage and clean it because we have guests coming.
No, thanks. I think I'm just going to sit here.
Okay, well, can you run to the store? We're out of eggs.
No.
All right, can you maybe help by doing the dishes?
No.
So that's an example of a no scene. Really not that exciting to watch, right? I mean, Andrew just kept saying no to me. He blocked everything that I was offering him, everything I was saying, anything that I was trying to do to get the scene to move forward. He said no. So you probably noticed that the scene really didn't work. So this is something that you can explore on your own. So with your scene partner that you are working with, go back and forth and try a couple no scenes. And as you're doing this, really take notice of how it feels to be in a scene with somebody else when they're constantly saying no to you. And also think about what this might look like from an audience watching this. Was it really that entertaining to watch me and Andrew go back and forth when he kept saying no? Probably not. So go ahead and give that a try, and we'll move on to our next exercise. It's time for us to start exploring what it's like to say yes. But in an improvised scene, you don't just stop at saying yes. To keep the scene moving forward, you actually say yes and. Meaning, you say yes and agree to what your scene partners are saying, and then you add on to continue the scene moving forward. To help explore this idea of yes and, let's look at another simple dialogue exercise. This exercise is called yes and.
All right, we're on the way to the beach.
Yes, and I brought the buckets so we can build a sandcastle.
Oh, yes, and I made sure to bring lots of sunscreen so we don't get burnt out in the sun when we're building those sandcastles.
Yes, and that's very important because the last time I went to the beach, I was bright red like a lobster.
Yes, and I also stopped and bought a new umbrella to help make sure that we have a break in the shade.
Yes, and I packed a picnic for us.
Oh, yes, and I brought us some sodas to go with our picnic.
Yes, and I made some sandwiches to go with those sodas.
Hey, yes, and I am going to bring some money so we can go get some ice cream.
So that's an example of a yes and scene. So again, the first person begins the scene, and then the next person just adds on simply by saying yes and continuing the scene forward. Give that a try. Go back and forth with your scene partner and see how many different creative scenes with different locations, different characters you can create simply by saying yes and to every single offer that is given to you. So that is the first rule of improv. Always say yes and go ahead and add on from there. All right, so that wraps up our first lesson in improvisational theater. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.